guys, welcome to my vlog. I wanted to talk about a pretty sensitive topic in today's society and with people in general, and that is addiction. There are all sorts of addictions in this world nowadays, but when it comes to my personal experiences, both of my parents have struggled with addiction. I want to say since they were very young. As long as I've known my parents, they've either actively been using or had periods of sobriety. And I guess like from my sense, once I was old enough to understand like what they struggle with, it didn't really change the way I looked at them, because they were my parents and I love them. And my dad especially, he did a really good job at sheltering me, and for a long time. I mean, I was probably in like elementary school before I really understood, and even then it was like always like word of mouth. It was never me seeing my father struggle with his addiction, and I think his goal was to not alter the way I look at him, and that has never changed. You know, he will always be my dad and he will always be my hero, and I will always want to strive to make him proud. But when it comes to addiction, it steals things from you, not just the person struggling with it, but your family. I couldn't imagine what my life would be like if my parents both weren't addicts. They would still probably be married. It would be a completely other world, you know. Who knows, they might have never even met, honestly. But you can't change things about people even though you don't like it. Addiction stole my childhood and my parents from me, and for a long time I didn't comprehend what was going on or why I couldn't be with my parents, or where were they. My grandparents did raise me and two of my siblings, just because I have more siblings than that, but they only had biological rights to me, my brother and sister, because those were my dad's children. So because my grandparents were my father's parents, so they adopted us, and you know, they knew that we knew our parents had issues with addiction, but they never wanted to badmouth our parents or talk down on them or change the way we viewed them. So a lot of things just weren't said, and it was kind of confusing to not understand why we couldn't have them or be with them. But beyond thankful for my grandparents and everything they've done for us. But people nowadays, like, I don't know how many times I've heard, and I work in mental health, so I see people who struggle with addiction and families. They say, you know, if they really wanted to stop, they would. Or it's not a disease, they can just stop it. And then they even like talk negatively and horribly about addicts, like they're not a human being. You just could not imagine the demons that they face or the stronghold of that addiction. And I think the most difficult thing for me to understand when it comes to addiction and the person, and that is my big brother. Just because he wasn't supposed to be that, you know, like who is supposed to be that. But my brother was, I was 8, so my brother was 10 when my grandparents adopted us, and he was always the good kid. He always protected me. Through every bad situation, he protected me, and he took all of the bad stuff away. So he is currently a heroin addict, and loving a heroin addict is hard, because when I hear about, you know, my friends that see him in town and stuff, and how he is underweight and doesn't seem himself and is homeless and living on the streets, I don't see any of that. I see the big brother that taught me how to smash cars. I see the big brother that taught me how to swim, who always protects me, the big brother that taught me how to rollerblade, who taught me pretty much everything I know, who taught me I could do anything and be anyone, who showed me it doesn't matter what people think of us, it just matters what you become. And you know, it's really hard for me to comprehend him being an addict, because we were so set on being different than what we came from. I don't know how many times, you know, he said to me, don't ever do drugs, don't ever drink, don't ever try it, because we are different and we will be better and we will have better lives than what we came from. And I guess I just miss him. I miss the brother I know. And now he only calls when he needs money, or when he's on a really bad trip and he thinks he's talking to someone else that's not me. But I still see him. I still love him. When I think of him, I don't think of a homeless person sitting on a corner shooting up, or stealing, or getting jumped and having his jaw broken. I see the baseball player he was, and how he taught me how to be a catcher and a pitcher. I see the big brother that punched a kid in the face for picking on me. I see the big brother that was always there, no matter what. And I don't know what happened to make him search for answers in those demons, but I pray one day he finds the light and he's able to be the big brother I remember him being. I pray he will wake up one day and want to be the father that he used to be. I pray that one day he'll realize how much he is loved and how much I miss him. I wish I could fix him. I wish I could go wherever he's at on whatever street and shake him and make him wake up. But one thing I've learned in life is you cannot ask an addict to love you more than they love their drug, because you will never win. And it hurts to feel like you're letting them go or you're letting them down when you don't give them money, when they say it's for food, but you really know it's their next high. And I myself personally will never understand that battle that addicts face. And I'm sure it's one strong hell of a pull on your soul. I just pray one day he wakes up and he hits rock bottom and enough is enough. So if you yourself struggle with addiction, or you know family members, I know it's not easy, but it's not that they don't love you or that they don't care about you or they don't want to be in your family anymore. They're fighting demons you could not begin to imagine. And everyone always says like addicts are selfish. They're actually the exact opposite. The thoughts they have in their head every day about who they've hurt, what they've done, the choices they've made in their life, that's all they obsess about. That's what drives them to get that high, so they can forget all the bad they've ever done. They feel like they don't have the strength to face any of that. They feel like they are worthless, that they are nothing. But Big Brother, or wherever you are in this world, maybe you'll see this. Just know that I love you. I love you for all that you are, even the bad and the ugly. And I forgive you. I forgive you for becoming everything we said we wouldn't. Because it's okay. I love you. And I hope one day you wake up and you want to change, because you can do it. You are strong. You are the strongest person I know. And it is killing me to think of the things you are doing. Just know that I'm not mad. I just wish I could hug you. I love you.